So, anyway. Like, I've actually done extensive testing. Because a bunch of rumors about Okami, I've heard of things, but then the HD version seemed to just remove a bunch of those.
But as I said, those also could have possibly been, like, maybe a glitch or something in the Wii or PS2 versions, and this could have been intended from the start, but I've never seen anyone, like, confirm if that's the case.
So, in case anyone's confused by what the fuck they want you to do here, you need a star at the dead point in the lines where stars are missing. But it has to be somewhat touching the line. The reason people get stuck. If your star is a little bit off, it'll just fail. If you fell enough, they'll mark the areas where stars need to be. And it gives you a better indication of a rough estimate. So, if anyone wasn't exactly paying attention to the story, there are 13 brush gods, and the brush gods have celestial brush techniques. Isun mastered rejuvenation, but he couldn't master the others and didn't know where those gods were. The gods, the story is, in this time, an ancient evil being awakened has corrupted the land, forcing a reincarnation of the god that once defeated that evil to reappear. But because people haven't been praying to the gods, the god, which is Amaterasu here, has been weakened significantly, and the evil, to stop the evil from corrupting the brush gods, they're in weakened hidden states. So, Amaterasu is going and collecting the brush techniques that were, like, you were just like that Shiranui. 100 years ago, a wolf named Shiranui possessed this power. When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into the 13 brush gods. There you go.
And the brush gods are all based off of animals from the Chinese zodiac, but you might be be sitting there and saying, wait,
Power Slash works better if you do straight center lines. So I'm gonna try to teach people now, like, Power Slash, the way it works, it's like, I'm trying to we'll talk about the game, and I'm trying to help people because I've seen people struggle with. Power Slash is a cut-based power that can cut a lot of objects.
It's also best to do a straight.
No, here's a really fun one because this is a really good example of something.
Ooh, look at that silent tutorial right there.
I cut.
And also, if you know, horizontal is across, right? Vertical would be straight down.
Yes.
You can't Power Slash straight down. It is best to do lines across.
And here's a dumb one. You can do smaller slashes, and if you do really long ones, the
more slashes you do, the bigger they. Well, the more basically.
I'm trying to make specific notes of, like, how the powers work, because
basically, the way the powers work is essentially, the bigger they are, the more ink you put into them, making them more powerful or cover more range, but it costs
And
more
this is an example where when an enemy is...
When they're grayed out like that...
They're weak.
That has weakened them for something,
I don't think we can do it.
Can?
No,
we can't. Okay, the game teaches you about this later.
No, it doesn't.
Well, by teaches you about it later, there's a guy that brings up this item later if you talk to him.
That was a 4-0 finisher.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait.
What?
There's a bark button.
Oh, yeah, there's the bark button.
You can bark.
Best game 10 out of 10.
There's a bark button.
Anyone else is going to...
Actually, before you say that, I actually have a A lot of people think the bark button is useless. There's actually a good use of the bark button.
There is?
Yeah.
Because you can't do it in combat, because the bark button, what does it become in combat?
There's an actual good use of the bark button.
Oh.
Not for combat, God no.
Like I said, you can't even use it in combat, but anyway, to explain a floral finish, like when an enemy, every enemy, when basically they die and are in like that state, they essentially have a secret hidden weakness to one of your brush techniques.
Actually, you can bark him.
Oh.
Cool. Okay.
They have a secret weakness to one of your brush techniques. This is called a floral finish. A floral finish gives you demon things that is basically a special or collectible item used.
It's a special currency.
Used to buy stuff later. In the original PS2 version of the game, you see sometimes when that pulp...
Oh, wait, that's another side note a lot of people don't realize.
What?
If you tap the jump button...
No, you actually will swim faster.
She swims a tiny bit faster.
But anyway...
No, notice she's, like...
Yeah.
Dolphining.
I was gonna say she's doggy paddling. You have a literal four-legged character, and do they doggy paddle when in the water?
Actually, it's funny you mention that, yes.
Okay, because like that...
That's like the little default
that's like
throttle.
That's the most obvious thing. Anyway, back to the floral finish.
That's just a...
Like I said, every enemy in the game has
a secret command finisher to get an optional collectible that is an optional currency.
In the PS2 version of the game, those loading screens that have
you can play a minigame to... And also this game, the last save file used...
It just auto goes to...
We're saving in the middle of LPs. We're going to be rolling saves a lot, but... So, yeah.
Like I said, this minigame...
You could play a little minigame and get...
And get extra demon things out of them. People think that the minigame was removed because the Wii and obviously the HD versions loaded faster than the PS2 version, so people think it was removed because it was too fast for you to be able to get demon things out of them. This is half true. That was part of the reason, but the other...
It's not removed.
The other reason...
It's not removed.
Well, no, it's removed in the sense of it doesn't give you anything.
No! You're wrong. There's an option to cut it on.
In the HD version?
Yeah, it's just free.
Because that leads to, you might ask, why, is that an option? Because when the Wii version of the game came out, Namco had a patent on loading screen minigames. By the time the HD version of the game came out, I believe that patent had expired, and
I think there's an option for that in this version.
And they haven't renewed it.
Oh yeah, and you can filter.
That's kind of getting to the dumb.
And then you have...
Yeah, minigame off.
Turn loading screen minigames off.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, because by the time the HD version came out, that patent expired. I think it expired a year before.
And you can do 4x3 or 16x9. I told you! Bits don't tell me.
Okay. Because
I'm leaving it off.
Like I said, by the time of this, that patent, it's gone, but that was the reason it was initially removed, because...
You're supposed to be able to cut trees. Damn it.
I think you have to cut lower.
Hold on. I know you can cut some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to cut lower.
Cool. Cutting trees off. So...
That's a fascinating thing. I think it was because what was the game which was why Namco had that patent for the loading screen?
They had a few!
It was a racing game. I cannot remember the name of it. Are they the ones that made Ridge Racer? I want to say that. I believe, that was the reason for it, but again, that patent expired.
I want to say something.
They just went and made it optional. Alright.
They're not there yet. Interesting.
Okay.
They're not there yet. That's freaky. Because I'm going to do something incredibly stupid in a couple of minutes. Which is going to take some hard cuts.
And also, with the demon things, besides the minigame and floral finishes, there's another way to do it, but again, we'll get to that way to do it.
Well...
And that other way to do it does stack with the normal way, meaning you could use that method on an enemy and then kill it and do its floral finisher. And
so, while I'm up here, I can show one other thing.
What?
There's no fall damage. You can just jump off of cliffs. If you can hit the freaking ground, there is no fall damage. And I think this one secret will work. Cutting that, it might only be when the village is safe. They didn't drop. Cutting the top of his house results in...
Yeah, it's back, so I'm pretty sure now. It results in more oranges.
No, not more. Better. The sacred... I don't think they're called sacred oranges. It's not a normal freaking orange, so it looks like we're going to have to wait.
Yeah, because the top just immediately... Though, I believe you can cut the two in the front, and they will actually...
The oranges that drop out of that are worth more.
Oh, no, you can't collect those.
So.
It'll take a minute for you to be able to collect any of that shit.
Now, another thing people get stomped on? Yeah, like, and I watched a stream recently and trying to help them, I kind of said... Well, this was a couple of months ago, but I said something kind of dumb where it was like, I told them what to do, but then they kind of got confused, but then the other little trigger that I kind of forgot about. Isun mentions checking on villagers because he says villagers you have to talk to. It can be any combination of villagers, but if you talk to...
Hey, at least they had a plural.
And, like... You can get extra flavor text, but once he's at the won't move a muscle, let's go back to, yeah. Like, I was waiting for the game to absolutely bring it up. So, this is a point a lot of people get stuck. You have to interact with a few statues. This game is infamous for, certain interactions often being not once, not twice, but like 3 to 5 freaking times before you can get a move on. So. But, yeah. This is bad.
That's something I wish they had changed in the HD version, is cut it down to, like, at least 2.
Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do.
Oh, Lane.
Comes the sun, what I say, do-do-do-do-do. Little darling.
You know, the funny thing is, a video I watched about a story of Amaterasu, which is the Japanese sun goddess. They ended the video with her singing that. The woman who basically voiced the video, she ended by singing. Now I'll get into that story later, just because oh Japan, I love you,
Mr. Orange.
But yeah, that's like a thing to talk about a little. The main character, they get their name from the Japanese sun goddess.
In case you haven't picked up on this being set in feudal, ancient freaking Japan.
Well, the funny thing is, while this game did help with it a little, I think Amaterasu and Susanoo have actually been added to Smite as characters for that. So after that, they actually did become more known. You also have in Naruto the attacks from the Sharingan are named after the Amaterasu, Susanoo, and Tsukuyomi, the Japanese goddess of the sun. I believe Tsukuyomi, is the god of the moon. I think they were supposed to be male, and then Susanoo is the god of storms.
So, on the floral finisher topic, And it was, I can never really explain it in text to people, but that last freaking action frame, as soon as an enemy is dead...
Basically, after you kill an enemy, when they fly up, essentially before they hit the ground, is when you can do it.
When it makes that shaky noise.
Oh yeah, that's the other visual indicators when they shake like that.
See? Every time.
You're gonna want to hoard these things for later.
Without fail. If you do too much damage during the, like, if you do too much damage when an enemy's shaking, you can't get the things. So, and now that this place is quick, I'm talking with a list, now that this place is quick. Got some praise. Praise is experience.
Yeah, because you're a goddess, and I do like this detail. You don't earn experience through, like, fighting monsters or so. You basically earn it through helping people, which is a really interesting detail.
And, so, like, not that many, damn it.
Wrong button.
Whoopsies. This button. It takes 50 praise to update these two. 300 for that, and 150. Like, if I wanted to add to ink pots, it stops.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. You don't, like, do you have to upgrade it all in one go, or can you actually slowly
No.
Okay, you do have to meet
It's just a fun little...
You do have to meet the threshold. But we just got the first of feed bags, like I said, you basically earn experience through, like, helping people.
God damn it.
You earn experience through helping people.
God damn it.
Before that, I need to explain the feedbacks. Not only does helping, like, humans and stuff help you, but also feeding animals, that can also get you praise. The various animals, of course, have different types of feedbacks. Like, you have a seed feedback, so I believe you could feed that bird that just landed. Feed the bird before you try the stupid thing. See? Feed. Use. And then you can skip the animation. Okay, now to explain what the fuck you were trying... See? You got, like... You got it wrong. Now to explain what the fuck you were trying to do,
the rafters!
Up there is a stray bead and another...
There's the bead.
Yeah. And another collectible. As you can see, they're up there. You're supposed to wait until you get later upgrades to go up there, but because you can power slash chest, you can power slash them at the right angle and get the stray bead.
To just drop down.
And the other item to just drop off.
The bead is, like, you have to skew the angle, which is why I'm standing here. I've done it. It's not that hard to do. You just need the... Oh, I'm there. That's right.
Oh, there it is.
Suck on that, bitch! Not a lot of people are willing to sit there and finagle, but I am a... And we didn't even have to cut.
Yeah.
There's a power that people get to go for that.
Which is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but you can finagle it, and I could even, if I wanted to, like, there's that higher up chest.
It's best to get that from the top level. Like, it's just to stand at... You did cut the chest, but it seems to have...
That's like, it didn't fall because that's a really hard one to knock out.
Well, knock out from the lower level. I think I was a mad lad and jumped off, activated the power slash in the middle of the air.
Oh no, you can... You power slash in the middle of the air from the top.
Which I think is what I kept doing.
Which I might attempt. I can cut.
Well, we are cutting.
Hold on. Might take a couple of shots at that. I don't want to... The stray bead's the more important one. The other...
Well, that's the thing. The other...
Because, like...
That chest, it is a collectible, but it's a collectible we won't be going for the... Oh? Holy shit!
Yeah! Angles!
Yeah.
See?
Like, the glass beads, that's I
just got 2 of the hardest freaking chest...
That, like, the
hardest freaking chest.
The glass beads, that's a collectible noise. I think they're just called treasures. It's basically items for you to sell in the shop to get more money. There is a limited amount of them in the game, and the game does track your, like, list of them, but again, they're not needed. So that's why we won't be going for all of them.
And you might be wondering why the fuck I didn't get the demon things. This is a time challenge. If you do it fast enough, this guy moves on as part of a quest. 13 seconds. I think I was too slow.
Talk to him again. I feel it since... Yeah, you...
You can get it at the moment. I just need to fucking time it correctly. Yeah.
You.
Hold on. What I'm probably gonna have to...
Because when the enemies get weakened, a
Hold
power
on.
slash, I believe, will...
There's an alternate way I can do this.
Yeah. Like, that's what I was going to say, is, like, you're basically going to have to... That's what I was going to say, you're basically going to have to get a power slash on multiple enemies at once. Because these are the most weak and basic, 12
you fought well. That's it.
Yeah, I believe if you talk to him again, he will not do that. Like, the enemies won't yeah, he gave you praise.
That's it. It was...
So, like, if you talk to him again, the monster.
Yep.
Right? Yep, okay, that's how you know That's how you know you won.
I wasn't trying to...
We were literally a second off.
That happens. That happens, and I don't really care. I got it. Now, if you really are so caught up in not being able to do that, and, like, you really want an easier way to do it, come back later. Oh, yeah, now I
drew. Oh, you ran.
Oh, yeah, they're named after the village. Those are worth.
Yes.
It's a cool secret, but the problem, like... I don't know if they'll keep dropping those.
I think you would have to leave the area and come back.
Oh. Now, this is just a little bonus thing. His dog could never dig up all 10 turnips from his mom. Cut the bucket on her head.
You also don't need to cut the bucket to stop her.
You can do this, though.
Yeah. Yeah, if you cover people in ink, that will also stop them.
Power slash works, too.
Yeah.
But, like... So...
As long as you stay within her little turnip field, the side quest is not considered a moot.
The ink cover...
That's honestly the best way to do, because due to the way this game works, the ink covering, that doesn't really use a lot, like,
That doesn't use any.
Yeah, that doesn't use a bottle because that's not a celestial brush technique. So it's honestly better to do that so that you can keep it up like this.
Hey.
No, you want to lure her away a little.
Nine.
Yeah, I would recommend luring her to one of the edges.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. Cheating!
It's how the game wants you to do it. And then you have to pick that up and bring it to him.
Easy! Oddly shaped turnip. That's the oddly shaped turnip. That means you broke record all 10 turnips. Easy! That's just praise, but...
Yeah.
Like, that's a really good, example. Not yet.
Well, you're going to need all the praise you can get.
So... And now she's sad. Her laundry pole is broken.
Oh yeah, and that's a... That's another thing. I'm pretty sure, like...
Hold on. Actually, do have to talk to her. Damn it. Wait.
You actually, yeah, you...
Oh, wait. Clear sky. There you go. Sunlight. Come back tonight. More praise. Oh yeah.
Another thing, like, was praise. What I was going to bring up, I'm pretty sure it is possible because we brought up there is a new game plus. I believe it is possible to get enough praise to upgrade everything on a single.
Oh, it is more than possible. With a caveat of go out of your freaking way.
Yeah.
Feed the animals.
That's why I said all the praise.
Feed the animals. Like, help random people. Do other oddly specific things. Because some other ways to get praise that come up later, like, there are other little, like, these dead trees can be healed later. So, like, feed the animals, heal the trees, help every old woman.
Yeah, now you should roll down.
No. I'm not rolling.
Okay.
I'm not rolling until we stop. That way, in the middle of the recording, we can keep saving.
I see.
If the game crashes, that's not going to matter. We're not losing hours of recording. I'm only rolling down when we're going to stop. That way, we had a recording like 15 minutes in. The save I constantly update, and then so it's just being tactically smart. And then that,
you can't get to.
So. Yeah, little doggy paddling. Some back kicking. Anyway. Back to the... So, like, the big thing that's happening in the village is, and I'm coming over here to show, this merchant dude is upset because, like, new type of imp.
Red imp. Slightly less ass than the regular imp. Honestly, the distinction between red and green imps...
Ah, damn it. I missed.
Honestly, the distinction between red and green imps, it really isn't that much or that big of a deal. It is basically just red imps have more health. Oh yeah, and they force you to power slash them. They block more.
That's the same weakness, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I missed the one, but who cares?
That's the only skill you have for now, so for the...
Most part...
Although, like, for the opening of the game, most of the enemies are vulnerable to that.
You have to come over here, and yeah, and you get 30 praise. Getting me 75. The main way you get experience, helping the land in set moments.
Mm-hmm.
And now, they're forcing you... So, as an honest tip... Ink. I don't need health at the moment. I'm probably... Like, health is less important in this game than ink upgrades.
Well, that's important early on. By the end of the game, you start to get things that do big damage because
We'll get help later.
Because they expect you to have upgraded ink now.
It's time for the question of the day, my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, have any of you ever got that one stray bead early like I did? I'm talking about the one where I used camera manipulation and power slash to get the stray bead to fall onto the ground. However, in a stream I was watching, I learned that one rock that's next to the one scaffolding thing, you can do the jumping trick where you stick to a wall to then jump upwards. You can use the rock for that, and you can actually end up on the lower level of the scaffolding, meaning it's possible to get the one treasure and the stray bead. But I think the one camera manipulation trick is really cool because the stray bead will fall to ground level versus using the fact that the one rock is flat enough to jump on. Either way is cool. I don't really see people get that stray bead early, so I wanted to know if any of you have ever done that before. If so, that's really cool, but I am rambling at this point, so you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I will see you all next time, so good night, everybody.